Today it's now the 3rd of November, and the last video I put out was all the towside I lost from the grow on when the electricity went there and just oxygen starvation, pump's not going. That was on 21st of September. This is the 3rd of November and there has been a lot of changes since. So I was devastated by them fish dying, and I realised, like, I to an extent preferred the grow on pond than my main pond with the fish that some of them I got when they were already big, and you know, a lot of them were inherited kai, but you know, from growing on fished, some of them were 3 inches up to what they were. You know, I enjoy that aspect of the hobby, I think, a lot more, growing them on, checking them every day, just seeing how they develop. So I'm after making some huge changes. You can see behind me there an empty pond, empty main pond. Yeah, so what I have done is moved on all the fish in the main pond. Yeah, so as I was saying, I have moved on all the fish in my main pond. So there's about 12 large fish, and the plan is, I was growing on some fish there in the grow on that I liked and moving them across. They couldn't compete with the bigger ones. So what I am going to do is, come spring, I'm going to get a lot of really nice towside, put them in here, heat it, and feed them all, let them all grow on at the same rate. Get about 40 towside, I think, and let them grow on, watch them develop. You know, I just enjoy that. I love seeing how fast they can grow, how they develop, everything like that. And by the end of that 40, probably in 2 years time, hopefully have about 15 decent kai in the pond, all roughly the same age. Well, they will be the same age, they'll be all towside when I get them, so they'll be all 2-3 year old fish, and just on a safe wavelength. I just think it'd be interesting, keep me interested, you know. This hobby, you always have to, I don't know, whatever keeps you interested. And going into here, so I've made some changes in here. The first big thing is over there, if you can see it, the middle plug there. I have a device that pump is plugged into. It's called Keep Connect. I got it on Amazon. So what I had to do was, I had a cable running into that box for the cameras for the internet. So what I did is put a switch there, messed with some wires, and thankfully it worked. I had to bring internet down here, have internet now, in order to get that over there to work. So how it works is, as soon as power is cut here and that internet over there goes off, it sends me an email saying power has now gone from your grow on pond. That's the exact message it sends. So I tested it a few times by pulling that switch up there, and every time within a minute, I think between a minute and 2 minutes, I get that email. You have a chance between a text message and an email, but I think emails pop up better on my phone, and they're just easy to follow for me anyway. Yeah, so that's, you know, massive peace of mind. And of course, it hasn't tripped since the 21st. So I don't know what it was at the time, maybe an overload for a short space of time, I don't know. But it hasn't happened since. But that's peace of mind that it won't happen again. Another thing that's changed, there is the few koi that I went through that are still in here from, the water's a bit murky just because they're being fed a lot. There's a few koi in here that were with the other ones, like the kahat, the bigger fish. But what I did was, a couple of days after that, I didn't like the bear grow on. I went up to Cleary Aquatics, and you can see the smaller size ones. I got something like, I don't know what it was, maybe 10 small towsite. They're the same age as these, but obviously they weren't growing on in the shop like the other ones, like my ones were. These were the smaller of the grow ons. So I got them, and basically I just put them in. That was around maybe the end of September. So they're in there over a month now. So I'm hoping I have, come spring, before I add the towsite to the main pond, I'm hoping to pull out some fish out of here as well to go into the main pond. And the ones that I want to keep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the floating basket in here. I didn't measure them up or take pictures or anything. And I'm going to get individual picture and size of all these fish in here, just to set on the koi control app. But these are literally the only fish I own now. I don't have any in the main pond. Get pictures of them, and you can see the auto feeder empty today as well. So I got my hands on a bag of Saki Akari colour, which I never used before. I've been using Coppins or Takazumi. First year I used Takazumi, very good, clouded the water a lot, but good growth. Second I used Coppins Growth, and this I didn't like it, to be honest. It clouded the water and it didn't have the same results as last year in the Takazumi. So I got a bag of Saki Colour cheap, 15 kg. So I'm going to start, and there is the drum. So I'm going to start, so it's now the beginning of November. I'm going to go from November, December, January, February, March, 5 months of the colour, just to see what they go from now to in 5 months time. The pond is heating to 23 degrees as well. So it'll be interesting to see 5 months what the Saki colour will do to these handful of fish. So I will get these out, get a look and get a measurement. Yeah, so that's them all in the floating net. I think the water's a bit cloudy, but I think I have them all out. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is take them out, quick measure up, quick picture, nothing too much, just to have record of it on my kite control app and size, and in 5 months time we'll go again. So yeah, first time really looking at them in a long time. But some of the fish that I got in the early part of the year looking good. Big Karashid, that was a cage shiro, but it's starting to turn into a normal shiro, or kage shiro, starting to come into a normal shiro. Then there's a couple of fish that are basically the same. Some of the smaller ones I got, a couple of Asagis from Asuka, so just to see how they develop. So yeah, I will get these out, quick picture of them and size. First one I have out is a Kage Shiro. He was from the beginning of the spring, one of the survivors. Otsuka is only, I think he was about 12 cm or something now. He's now 26 cm. So it'll be interesting to see what this guy does on the Saki. Kage Shiro, 26 cm. Otsuka. And here we have one of two Ginrin Chags. Again, these smaller from the beginning of the season. Survived. All the smaller fish survived and the bigger ones went. Yeah, lovely from Otsuka. Again, these were only tiny when I got them, and this is up to 23 cm now. Ginrin Shag, Otsuka, 23 cm. And the second Ginrin Shag, I think there's a better body on this one. He's getting a bit bulkier. This is 24 cm, 1 cm bigger. just in the light there. Yeah, nice fish. Again from Asuka, 24 cm. Again, one of the early spring purchases. I think this fish can be absolutely stunning. Has some really nice potential. Akamatsuba from Otsuka. Yeah, the roving on him is absolute. I don't know if the camera's even picking it up, but the roving is very, very good, and the body shape is good. So I think there's a lot of potential in this Akamatsuba. Body structure looks good, so just force the food into him and see who gets on. Akamatsuba, Otsuka, 22 cm. Here we have Karashikai, Otsuka, 28 cm. I don't know if it's just the way he's swimming, but there seems to be a little kink in the back of his tail. I got a couple of these in early spring and they were very small, so yeah, 28 cm, Karashikai, Otsuka. See how he develops. And here we have my Ginrin Sorghai. Absolutely love this fish, how it's developing. Lovely body, lovely clean head, not a shimmy to be seen. 20 cm, 29 cm. Won the survivors again, and delighted it did survive. Ginrin Sorghai, 29 cm. Asuka. And here we have Kahaku from Yagenji. Again, got in spring, won the survivors. You might have seen in my last video, he was, when I came back that day when they all died, this was guy under pressure, but after coming through nice. Again, lovely fish. 32 cm, Yagenji, Kahaku. Nice body line and everything on it, so it'll be interesting to see where I can get him in 5 months on the Saki colour. And this is another one of the survivors, and I got a few of these really small from Asuka back in spring, early spring. They were like a Kage Shiro, but this other one kind of turned into a Shiro, that's kind of Kage. And this one has, you can see it's getting kind of secondary belly down the side of him and that, so I don't know what you call it, a Showa. Yeah, but you can see the belly on its gills there, so yeah, nice looking fish. So see what happens to him in a couple of months anyway. He is 26 cm, Kage, Shiro, Showa, whatever you want to call it, Asuka. Not a fish I usually like, Goromo, but the Saroji on this fish is first time really having it out since I got it. And again, the water's tannin, but the Saroji on this fish is beautiful. It turned into a lovely looking fish. 26 cm Otsuka. I think this was like 11 cm or something when I got it back in spring, but no, I think it's absolutely developing lovely. Goromo, 26 cm Otsuka. Lovely. This is the third and final one of them Kage Shiros, normal Shiros, bit of red on the cheek from Otsuka, not really sure what it is. 23 cm Otsuka. Yeah, so 3 of these. Leave them in there till April. Leave them in there for the 5 months and see how they develop. Third of 3. So the rest of the fish from here on are all new to the pond for the grow on. First we have this Dietz Showa from Koda. So the 3 Showas have a Dietz, a Ginrin and a normal. This is the Dietz from Koda, and I just measured it there. I think it was 19 cm. This is the standard Showa, scared him, from Marahide Kite Farm. 20 cm. You can see him there. Yeah, he's very sumy heavy, but there is a bit of benny here and there, so yeah, leave him in there. Marahide, 20 cm. Showa. This is the Ginrin Showa from Shinoda Kite Farm. 21 cm. Ginrin Showa, Shinoda, 21 cm. Looks a bit top heavy, but yeah, you can see the Ginrin on it's nice, but yeah, we'll leave it. See what happens in the next couple of months. So all these were bought in September, so they weren't growing on all summer or anything. They're in the shop. So yeah, Shishui, 16 cm Otsuka. A heavy dark sip on them. It's just something different to have. 16 cm Shishui Otsuka. A little Chiba Asuka 16 cm. Not much design or anything on them, but yeah. Hopefully the rolling comes out. See what happens. Yeah, so I want a nice Usagi for my main pond. So what I did was get 4 of these little small Otsuka Usagis. I've seen some of the larger Otsuka Usagis and they always just seem to be like as good as any Usagi. So I got 4 of these and hoping out of 4 that I can have one that does well and I can put in the main pond. I'm not showing you these individually, but just show you them all together. They're all very similar. That one there has a bit of penny coming up, but the rest of them don't, but that's going to come. So it'll be interesting to see, especially having the 4 to compare with each other. They're all ranging from kind of 13 to 16 cm. Usagi Otsuka. This is the second Shisui Otsuka. I like this one a bit better, just with the kind of, it's got a clearer kind of white head on it. The zipper isn't as thick either, and it's got a more slender body. So yeah, 16 cm Otsuka Shisui number 2 of 2. And here is the only Koshiki I have in here, but you can see it like 15 cm and it's already got some lovely kind of floating benny on it. Big little benny on the head there and that. Nice looking fish. Yeah, see, I've found in the past these are always hard for me to grow on, they don't do much. 15 cm Koshiki. Here we have the second of the Chivas, 15 cm Otsuka again. And finally we have another 2 Karashi. Again, same age as the other one, just wasn't growing on. These 2 are both 15 cm. So seems to be a little bit better body shape, especially on one of them, than there is in the pond, than the bigger one in the grow on. Yes, 2 Karashi guys, 15 cm Otsuka again. Yeah, so they're all back in the pond now. Just have to do a bit of cleaning up on the floor and all that. It was a bit wet. I also have a dehumidifier running behind, not behind me, over there, that comes on at night time here, just with the pond's not heated. It's covered yet, so just to help with condensation, run for a couple of hours in the night time. So it's 9:30 now, Sunday night. I'm going to leave these now. I was going to fill up this, but I'll wait till tomorrow after work. Just with netting them up and stressing them and everything, I'm just going to leave them be now. Get it filled up with the Saki colour then tomorrow. I have all my notes there that I'm going to bring in now to put on the kite control app. It's just a basic picture of them, the size they are now, so when I take them out in 5 months time, I'll be able to see what they look like before and what they were after, and the increase in growth. Yeah, kite control app, anyone that doesn't have it, I completely recommend it. I think you can download a basic version, but to have the normal, the proper version, I think it's like €10 a year, just peanuts. And gives you like salt content to bring your pond up. It's just a lot of calculators, everything on it. I think it's brilliant that. Yeah, so this pond is mainly made up of Otsuka fish. So I got all the ones you've seen at the end that are in around 13 to 16 cm. They're all got at the end of September. So they missed their growing season, but they'll have one now over the winter. Yeah, when I went up, there wasn't a whole lot of choice. Obviously, this time of year, most are sold out. So I see what I can, just something to play with over the winter period. Seeing that I have no more fish in the main pond at the moment. And what I like in the end of April, I will move over to the other pond, and then what I don't like, I'll just move on. Yeah, that is it, sir. I will come back to you tomorrow, break out the Saki. Yeah, so it's the next day. I just opened this Saki Akari Color. Just going to put it into these 2 boxes just to keep it a bit fresher. Yeah, I was saying I got this like €100 cheaper than ORP just because it is the best before date is 12.20. If you can see that there, 12.24. But from asking a few people, like it's not a direct science or anything like that, but for the money I paid for it, it's well worth it, and it'll do me a couple of months to 5 months to get these. Hopefully put on a lot of weight on these. So I'm going to get that into there. I'm also going to set this up. This feeder can do 6 feeds a day with different amounts, so I'm going to keep it on the smallest portion size, but I'm going to have it 6 times a day, kind of from 8 o'clock in the morning till about 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, so I'm going to get these open and get some into this. So I have it in the bucket. I went for the small floating pellet, which would be ideal for what I'm doing, and I have this filled up. So what I have, it is on the clock 5:20 now, and the timer 8 o'clock. So double feed at 8, one feed at 11, third feed at 2, fourth at 4, 5 at 7, and 6:21, but that's actually off. So it's 5. I'm going to start off with 5 feeds today, see how I get on. Yeah, so just did a water change on this pond, feeders up. I also don't know if I said it or not, I have a dehumidifier that goes on at night time, just with heat in the pond and not so heat in the room. You know, it's a lot of condensation. So what I do is water change in, and the first thing I add is sodium thiosulfate crystals, just into a bottle, shake it just to dechlorinate that water. But what I also add is sodium bicarbonate. Every time I do a water change, I have a cup in here, just a half a cup. I don't even measure it, I just know the kH is small, is low in this pond, and I just throw it on the shower like that, and it gradually goes in. So the last thing I'm going to do now is, unfortunately, I'm going to get the covers on now. Yeah, so that's me. You can see it is now completely covered. Just enough room for the shower to get in. So, and I also, we wonder how to get fed, I have this wide hole, what do you call it, funnel thing, yoke, that the food goes in there and pecks it out. It's big open mouth, so it goes in easy enough. Yeah, so that's me. If you want to follow along with some of these towsai, see how they get on, feel free to subscribe, give me a like maybe, and I'll catch you on the next one.